Teaching students how to conduct searches safely can be an overwhelming task. This video will present some guidelines to use with 6th grade students to make it manageable. Teachers need to empower students with the tools to become evaluators of information and sources. Teachers can assist and model for students how to look at the credibility and quality of websites and resources. The first step is to have students identify the purpose of the resource. Was the information presented to entertain, persuade, inform? 6th grade students are familiar with identifying the author's purpose in literature. This skill transfers to resources found online. Next, look for any bias. Ask students to identify if a large company or organization is the author. Does this group have motives for presenting the information? The next consideration for students is to identify persuasive techniques used, if any. Then ask students to consider the motives of the author. It is essential to define bias for the students. Then look at the resource critically and decide if the information is presented from all sides of the issue or if it leaves out an important side. The following are some steps to follow for students when they are evaluating a resource. The first step is to read the information carefully and look for anything that stands out as unusual. Sometimes your gut will tell you that the information doesn't quite sound right or seem accurate. Second, you need to conduct a search of the author by name to see what else they have published. This will help to establish the author's credibility. Credibility is another important vocabulary word to explicitly teach. Finally, look at the word corroborate and teach students to look for other sources which contain the same information. If matching information cannot be found, it is highly likely that the original source is fake news that cannot be trusted. Students need practice using these skills. The Common Sense Education site has a 6th grade lesson which contains articles to evaluate. This is a great resource that allows students to practice with guidance from their teacher. Another tool that gives students practice evaluating sources is the Digital Compass from Common Sense Education. This tool is highly interactive and game-like, which engages students well. Although overwhelming at first, with practice and guidance, students can learn to identify resources for credibility, accuracy, and relevance. One step at a time, we can accomplish great things.